Well, hey guys, happy Sunday. This morning I came in with LTMD UV Clear. This has niacinamide in it. It is a lot more matte in comparison to the UV Daily, and I'm wearing the deep tint, which in my opinion kind of looks like I have sunless tanner on. I'm going to put a little makeup on. Today I am going to the farmer's market. I've been dying to go for quite some time. This is a big farmer's market that I actually went to several years ago. I think I even vlogged it, I can't remember. But they have since kind of, I don't know, renovated it. It got a new facade basically, but I think it's still the same vendors and stuff, but they have like a ton of really neat produce and like spices and stuff. So that'll be fun. I've been using this Palladio brow gel, and one thing that kind of annoys me is like this cap, the clear cover on the brush slides off, and so it's kind of awkward to hold. Like you kind of have to put it back on there, otherwise you're holding the brush as the handle. That's my one gripe with it, but otherwise the gel itself works really well. Let me tell you, this morning I got up pretty early this morning, but time is already flying by. Like I was putting out fires on the computer left and right. Next thing I knew, I looked up and it was already 10 in the morning and I hadn't even put sunscreen on yet. I'm coming in with the Persimmon cream blush. Still using the Tartelette tubing mascara. I've been getting a lot of compliments on my eyelashes, I will say that, but that being said, I'm not like enamored with this mascara. I don't know why, I just feel like for a mascara, I kind of don't enjoy the price point. But one of the things I don't like about it is I end up whacking my upper eyelid, getting a lot of little hits, which does flake off. That's like my very minimal makeup look. And then this is gonna get rubbed off, so I know you're probably thinking like, what's the point? And by rubbed off, I mean I still have a couple of more sips of coffee, but before I go out, I'll probably put on that MD Solar Science SPF lip balm. But in the meantime, I'm gonna come in with the Merit Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil Au Naturel. It's spelled Au Naturel. And I'll just use you guys as an emotional support mirror. There we go. This mirror I love. Highly recommend it. It's great because you can plug it in so it'll light up. I need to clean it. Ignore the fingerprints. It lights up. There's a magnifying side, and there's a magnifying side here, and then there's like this little side mirror here. So you guys can see yourself. That's what you look like. Anyway, it collapses, and like it's got a little adjustable thing. You can put stuff here, and honestly, you can take this traveling with you because it's very compact. Highly recommend these. All right, I'm all dressed and ready, and I'm wearing my little green dress. I also have this dress in red with the little ruffle and the little ruffle sleeves, and of course I'm wearing my Betsy Johnson flower earrings. Yeah, this dress is super comfortable. It's like nice and lightweight. Nacho. These little cactus fruits. Rambutan. Mango flower. I love these, but I'm too lazy to make them myself. Here they have all sorts of kitchen gadgets. More juicing. Here at Lowe's, they have, ooh, Buffalo Trace thick naval diplomacy. This is a Duke Cannon line. Beard oil. Scented apricot oil. Productivity begins with proper hygiene. Good hand hygiene is key. Glad they haven't done away with this. The Protection Plus Vitamins Face. This one is probably one of my favorite drugstore facial sunscreens. It's very hydrating, very moisturizing, water resistant. It's great. No cast. It's a chemical sunscreen. This is new. Moroccan Magic. Peppermint and eucalyptus. No thanks. But watermelon plus unscented. You have to be careful. Unscented sometimes has masking fragrance, which is basically fragrance to hide fragrance. I know it's odd. And if you're allergic, then that can be a problem. But this does not appear to have masking fragrance, the unscented one. The watermelon one, what gives it the watermelon? Oh, the watermelon one has flavor, whereas the unscented one does not. Interesting. $6.29 for those 2 tubes of lip smacking goodness. Speaking of which, if you're gonna go flavored, go all the way. Peaches and cream, s'mores, milk chocolate. Those look like fun. Chapstick also has a green apple flavor. That's new, as opposed to their classic strawberry. When I was a child, this was like a prized possession because it was lipstick adjacent, because it was pink. And I was like forbidden from wearing makeup as a little child. And so I thought I was so cool if I had that chapstick. Nicotine patch here. Listen, I have heard that Gen Z is quite the nicotine addiction problem because of those vapes. And I've seen these new things where people have these little nicotine patches that they put inside their mouth, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is that the Gen Z version of dip? Oh, can't convince me that that is a good idea. Seems highly addictive and not good for you. I have a blood pressure monitor. I try and stay on top of that. Keep a little log. It's very useful information. You can show it to your doctor. That way, if your blood pressure is like high for whatever reason at your doctor's appointment, you have corroborating evidence, because a lot of people's blood pressure is high. They call it white coat hypertension as though everyone is like nervous about the doctor, which is often the case, but this day and age, most people have white coat hypertension because they are enraged by the healthcare system and all of its inefficiencies and everything. So I think we should kind of reconsider that etiology for the elevated in-office blood pressure. Anyway, having a log of at-home blood pressure recordings can be helpful. So Afrin, they have Afrin, and then they have the Walgreens Anifrin. Walgreens didn't even try to come out with a jazzy name there. They just kind of blurred the words together. Oxymetazoline applied topically to the skin can temporarily relieve redness. There's always this concern that it might lead to rebound worsening redness, like if you have rosacea or post-acne redness, but it definitely can be effective. And to date, no one has really developed rebound worsening redness. Watch it with these loofahs if you have folliculitis or ringworm, because they can harbor those little critters, and then you can end up spreading it around. I'm much more in favor of the washcloth that you can wash, but these are popular for their mechanical exfoliating effects, which you can also get from a good washcloth. Nair is always coming out with new stuff. I feel bad for Nair because they're kind of like stuck in a very limited window. They keep coming out with new ways to put thioglycolates on your hair and singe it off, which you gotta give it to them. I guess they have delved into the arena of wax strips, so there's that. The thing with these, make sure you rinse them off fully, whatever form you're using, because if that is left behind on the skin, it's the thioglycolates, they attack the keratin protein, and so they go to work in the hair proteins to basically dissolve them so the hair dissolves off. But if they just stay there, then the skin cell proteins are bystanders, and that's why you get so much irritation. So don't leave that stuff on too long. Make sure you rinse it off fully. Well, this is new from EOS. Shea Butter Dry Skin Shave Cream. Now, EOS has a shave oil. They don't have it here like the Tree Hut ones. They have a very limited scent selection. I think they just have the cashmere scent, but it is good. That's what I'm currently using now. But I'd be curious to try this non-foaming shave cream. I don't know. I don't really like the creams as much because they tend to like fall off my leg in the shower and then end up all over the tub, and then they kind of dry on there. Like you have to take the shower head and try and angle it to rinse. You know what I'm talking about. You don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. And then it leaves, it's just a mess. The shave oil, on the other hand, I'm telling you, it's a lot neater application. See, they have a pre-shave scrub, which you have to be careful because if you're going to come in and shave, remember, mechanical exfoliation, so you're double stacking. That being said, if you have ingrown hairs, it can help kind of uplift any that are entrapped. So I just went for a dip in the pool. Got my San Diego Hat Company hat on. I love this for the pool because I can have my bun on top and not get my hair wet. Yeah, I just did a couple of laps with my kickboard. I bought this a couple of years ago off of Amazon. Best little purchase. You can just do some little gentle laps if you have access to a pool. Highly recommend. These are really inexpensive. And sunscreen, I put on that Bullfrog. Guys, let me tell you, when it comes to rejuvenating your fingernails, it's as simple as an ointment. Whether it be just good old plain petroleum jelly or, I mentioned this last night, I fired up a new tub of the Cetaphil Healing Ointment. I'm a big ointment user, but when it comes to your nails, it really can help because it basically locks in hydration and cuts down on irritation around the nail folds that can allow moisture in that disrupts nail plate growth. So it really can help. And you know, when you wash your hands frequently, the skin around the nails is prone to getting dry, and then you're also prone to those pesky hangnails. So that is something that really can make a huge difference. All right, I just put on my tretinoin. And I'm gonna come on over. I mentioned this, was it last weekend? I've been doing the Madagascar Centella Hyalucica sleeping mask as a moisturizer. It's a nice summertime lightweight hydrating gel. Because I was entertaining going back to the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer. I was thinking about using that because I love that 2 bits. But it's kind of gotten up there in price. I mean, it's always been expensive, but I feel like it's gotten pricier. But it's a really good one for summer, or honestly any time of the year. But if you, for some reason I prefer a gel in the summer, a gel moisturizer, because it's so humid and hot here in the summer that I just feel like a gel moisturizer has a nicer. Now, a product that I want to talk to you guys about, it'll probably appear in my monthly I Tried Out Roundup. This was actually gifted to me. It's from Fenty Skin. It's their Butter Drop Shimmering Whipped Oil Body Cream. And I've tried this out a couple of times. It smells exactly like a ginger snap cookie. Anyway, it smells exactly like that. It's actually a pretty nice glossy formula. However, they are not joking when they say shimmer. I didn't realize that. And I put it on and I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. Like the fragrance I like, but y'all know it's my preference to not have fragrance and things. And this is price-wise not something I would buy, right? Like I prefer to use, because I am a moisturizer, like a glutton for moisturizer. I really go through it fast. Like I can't be dropping this kind of price point. Put it on or whatever, and didn't pay any attention, because as it goes on, you're like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, I'll shimmer because it's an emollient, whatever. Oh my gosh, there is so much glitter in this. You don't really see it when you put it on. You're like, oh, okay, I guess I kind of pick up on that. But once it dries down, that ultra fine glitter gets everywhere. I kid you not. Somehow it's in my underwear. I know, TMI, but I was like, oh my gosh, like there is literally glitter everywhere. In my bed linens, I mean, it's like, and it's gonna be all over this little robe. They are not playing around with that glitter. Like, I don't get the need for the glitter, because honestly, if you put on a moisturizer, it gives the skin a nice hydrated glow. But speaking of which, Gold Bond, their Radiance Renewal gives that effect. Fragrance-free, no glitter, and definitely less expensive. I also feel like this has some gimmicky, reusable, recyclable packaging. And I say that in air quotes because I think that it's, good to try and cut down on unnecessary waste. I'm 100% for that. So please don't take it as me being like, but I have found that this brand and several others, it's like, come on, man. Is that as good as you got? And it ends up being like an excuse for them to charge the customer more for really not a whole lot of package savings. And it's like, okay, thanks. We're really saving a lot here by saving this little canister that was unnecessary to begin with. I get it. Like, I imagine, that being said, I imagine that it's not easy to come up with reusable, refillable packaging. Neutrogena has a, they came out with one of their facial cleansers, which I really like, used to come in a blue bottle, and now you buy these little packets and you pour it into, they have a refillable container. You just pour it in and add water. I mean, we were in Big Lots yesterday, if you watched yesterday's vlog, and Dove had a similar thing with their body washes. They were selling a little concentrate, and then you could reuse the big bottle basically. And once it's in Big Lots like that, marked down so much, it suggests to me that didn't quite work out for them, or they're retiring that. I don't know, to be exact, and I don't know if they have plans to come out with some new thing. But I have noticed that push for refillables is kind of, I haven't seen a lot of that lately, because I spend a lot of, I make a lot of content going through stores and keeping my eyes out for new stuff constantly. Anyways, all I have to say, if you were thinking about this, it's not a bad moisturizer. It actually smells really good. But man, the glitter is, you are paying for that in more ways than one. An upfront cost, and then it's just like gets all over everything. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.